spine and pelvis in order. So 10 toes straight ahead, just like my fingers are. Good. Knees forward, some space in between the legs. Draw your knees up, not back too far, just engage the patella up. Draw your thighs up. Now grip the bottom of the glutes in, the cheeks in. Pull the navel back. That gives you a long line with the spine in all its natural curves. Beautiful. Bring your fingertips down and then lengthen subtly through the cervical spine by thinking crown of the head to the ceiling. So fingers down, toes, feet down, head up, knees and thighs up. Navel's the only thing drawing back, cinching this waist. And let it go. Bend the knees, let it go. Straighten the knees, do it again. Pull the knees up, the thighs up, pull the navel in, bring your fingers down, and then let it go. All righty, hand over hand. Again, knees up, thighs up, and lift the knees. So being able to go in and out of that long, engaged vertical line, which is different than just how we stand. We don't stand pulling our knees and thighs up. Our bellies in, our shoulders down. But for this purpose, they're important moves. Keep tapping, same rhythm. Try not to shift. Try to stay stable as if your arms are along a ledge. Then raise your arms up, letting the shoulders get involved here. Your hands are up, but your shoulder blades are going down their back bodies because you're hugging the shoulders down. Good. And bring the arms out in a T. Keep those knees nice and high. Getting the thigh muscles and the seat muscles engaged really works out those calories. Come to your goalpost arms and let's do a little rotation side to side. Right, then left, right, then left. Notice I'm not bending forward. I'm not bending for my elbow to touch my knee. I'm just swinging above it. So my elbows are making a horizontal whipping motion. And my knees are coming up and down right in front of their hip bones. Good. A few more. That would be 3. This would be 2. This is the third. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the shoulders down. Walk to the support just close enough that your elbows are alongside your body. And again, draw the knees and thighs up. Lift the chest, lower the shoulders. Actually, hug them down slightly and put your feet in Pilates V now and grip your glutes, continuing that muscle engagement up. Navel in, lift the heels, keep everything nice and engaged. All the muscles working. So the lower body's doing all this work, gripping up, gripping in with the seat as the heels come up and down. Very different than if you had relaxed muscles in the legs. Yeah, deeper muscle overload. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the heels nice and high. Spin, swivel those feet around. Lift the heels again, called high heel toe. And we're going to lower lift. 2, 3, 4, 5 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold them up. Put your right foot behind the left ankle and down and up. 2, 3. It's kind of wrapped around the ankle. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. You're feeling it. Switch into your right. So the right is bearing the weight and the action leg is holding behind the right. Lower and now lift for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. And up. 2, 3, 4. Hold it up, put both feet down and go into your pedal pushing. Yeah, add a little punch to that, make it a little quicker. Yeah. Beautiful, and now pick up the hand weights. Let's start with our biceps. So standing nice and tall again. Lift the chest, pull the navel in. Now soften the knees just a little bit so that you really have a nice balance between front and back of the feet, and our hips and our shoulders and ankles are in a nice long line. Bring those hammers up and down. 2, try not to drop the weight down, but to push it down as if you're slicing through some fabric, some very sheer fabric, ripping through it, or maybe some plastic wrap, something that you would just rip slowly right through with this head of the weight. Think of ripping through that, ripping through that. Beautiful. And now turn the weights out slightly so your wrist crease is forward, and cross right and cross left, and cross right and cross left. And 3, 4, up. And the 5th, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Hold it down and only have the right palm forward. Curl it another 10. 2, 3. No swinging the arm. This part of the arm does not swing. The upper arm stays stationary, and the movement is at the elbow only. 2 more, and switch. Curl it, release it. Curl, curl, curl it. Lift the chest. Keep your feet evenly planted. 3, 2, 1. Turn the palms out, raise them nice and high. Curl them in and out, and 2. And 3. We're going to feel this more in your torso. Even the hips are taking it. Yeah, they're absorbing some of this shock. Their shock absorber is the legs and the hips right now. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Open it, turn the palms down, lower the arms. Straighten your knees and then soften them again forward. Beautiful. Open the legs apart and turn them out. Bring your hands to your hips and bend your knees. Do 10 pliés just like this. Little demi pliés, little pulses. 3, 4, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're very into our upper body work now. Hinge forward, the seat sticking out. Bring the weights now up towards the underarm, and then out and pull. Out, pull back, pull back. Don't make it a jerk, just make it a little pull back. Back, and back, and back. 3 more. 3, 2, hold it back, turn up the weights, and 10 little pulses. 1, draw that navel in and up, cinching the waist, and close the pelvic floor a little bit. And dig your feet into the mat for more stability. 2 more, hold it. Walk the feet so they're together and knees and toes are now forward. Drop the arms so they're hanging right down from the shoulders. The palms face you. Lift up, tap at the bottom. Try to resist rounding and stay neutral. Lift and down. So my tail's not coming up high. My chin isn't lifting. I'm trying to keep a very straight spine from the crown of my head down to the tail. This should be a neutral position for the torso, for the spine. One more. Up we hold and pull back on a little diagonal. Keep the thighs pushing into one another, going into their midline. 3, 2, last one. Hinge back to a vertical line. Straighten your knees. Open the elbows out to the sides. Soften the knees. And we're going to do something called open elbows. Bring the elbows in front of the shoulders and open them. And 2, and open them. 3, try to grip your inner thighs a little bit together. Feel that you engage those inner thighs, those adductor muscles. Good. 3 more. Close, open, close, open, close, open. Beautiful. And now lift overhead, tap and down, and 2 and down, and 3 and 4 and 5. 5 more, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Hold steady here. Bring the elbows back a little more, a little more. Try not to lose your tail though. Don't lose the connection with your neutral spine. And punch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. One more position. Go back to that closed, almost framing your chest between your hands, and do more punches. Yeah, this body has to try to maintain stability against this movement up to the ceiling. Last one, and drop the arms down, come to your vertical line, wiggle your fingers around, separate your feet, soften the knees. And you're going to bring your arms back into goalpost, and then drop the goalposts and turn the knuckles or palms facing one another. So my elbows are slightly soft. So when I come around, I create this circle in front of me. Open the arms, don't straighten the elbows out, close them. 2, press in, squeeze in, squeeze the chest, squeeze the chest. You're gonna feel it under the arms and across the chest. 3, squeeze. 2, last one. 1, bring the arms down to your sides. Lengthen the neck by drawing your shoulders down. Good, bring your feet a little closer together. Bend the knees, hands to your hips. Hinge, flat back. Stretch your arms out behind you. And little bend, straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that. Hammers up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand at diagonal from crown to tail. Hold it. Turn the weights up. Straighten the arms longer, longer. Pulse in a little, in a little. Both sides are only moving about an inch inward to the midline. 3, 2, 1. Vertical line. Pull the knuckles down. Here we go again. Throw your knees and thighs up, your chest forward, the belly in, the knuckles down. Put the weights out of the way. And come to the support. Beautiful. Feet glued together. There's about forearms distance between you and your support. No leaning, they're nice and straight. So walk into it so that you could feel your elbows flap against you. Bend your knees. Good, that's a demi-plie. Lift the heels. Already you feel it in the quads. Now lower your seat, bend deeper into the knees, hold here. Don't lose this position of your pelvis. You want this staying just the way it is, then up to your toes, and then lower your heels. So it's a few movements in one. Bend the knees, lift the heels, sit deeper, and then come on up. lower the heels. Demi-plie, lift the heels. Deeper plie, all the way up, lower the heels. Bend the knees, lift the heels, lower your seat, and like a rocket, but a smooth rocket, nice and straight and down. Bend the knees, lift the heels, lower and hold, come on up, and lower the heels. Bend the knees, now lift the heels and stay with lifted heels, little pulses. Down, down, try not to spring up. Just kind of go down and let it go. Down, 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 up on the toes, and go into your pedal pushing. You reset your breath. Give the knees a little love. On the flat foot, now rock back so your toes lift. Then just open those toes apart and your heels stay connected. Then press the feet down. Grip the glutes, grip them, lift the chest. As soon as you bend your knees, you're going to feel the glutes give way. That's the way it should feel. That's right now. Good. Bend the knees, lift the heels, deepen your plie, straighten the legs. Heels down. Demi, lift, plie, releve. Down. Demi, lift, plie, releve. Down. Little bend, heel lift, deep bend, all the way up, heels down. Only go down as deep in that deep bend as your seat doesn't go flying behind you. Lift your heels, lower your seat, stop, come all the way up and down. Bend your knees, lift the heels apart. Let's pulse with the heels apart. 1, 2, 3 on those high heel toes. Really making this sheath of muscle work. 2 more. Hold it, now pull back. 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Hold it back, put the heels together. Glide up to that long line. You're on your high heel toes, heels are together. Lower the heels, take a breath. Swing the heels apart, and you're going to fit the ball in between your thighs, keeping your feet that close. Good, so you're really squeezing the ball. Bend the knees, stay on your heels, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, accessible to all. 4, 5 now. I didn't lose my tail, I'm not letting that happen. And I'm pulling into the ball with both legs. Squeeze, squeeze, press, 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 press. Hold it. Come a little deeper in the bend. Feel the feet flatten to the mat more. Then lift the heels up lower. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Now lower your seat a little more. Stay there. Lower the heels, lift. 2, don't pop up and down. 3, keep the hips where they are. 4, 5, up to your toes. Lower your heels. You really feel engagement of that ball. Walk back, keeping the ball engaged between the thighs, and stretch. Here we're going to do a little spine extension. So bend your knees, lift your seat, and lift your chin. Lumbar and the rest of the spine in extension. Then put your hands on your support. Exhale, roll the tailbone under you, round the whole spine. The head has to sink down. Inhale, extend, tail up, head up. Exhale, scoop out your middle. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cheer. Cat, scoop it out, 2 more. Cow and cat. So it looks like this. Cow and cat. And then ripple up back to a straight spine. Gather your breath. Put the ball down. Come into your wide second. Going to do some lateral work to our side. Still working the thighs. Bend the knees nice and deep. Do 10 knee bends. 1, 2, little pliés. 3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your right heel. Bring the right arm out. Come straight on both legs, but on the right side, you're on your toes. And then come down flat. Then you're on your toes of the left doing a stretch. Come on down, plie. Over, bend, over, bend. 3, 3, that's nice. 4, 4, that's good. 5, 5, keep going. 1, keep going. 2, great calorie burner. Beautiful side stretch. 1 more. Deep bend, deep stretch, deep bend, stretch, deep bend. Lift your heels. Pull the knees back. 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them back. Climb onto your toes. Lower your heels. Take a breath. 10 little releves. Why little? You won't get a lot of lift in this position. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the heels. Bring the legs back to parallel, knees and toes facing forward. Bend your knees, step back with your right. The toes are underneath, the toenails touch the mat. Kick that foot up and find it with your hand. Resist hinging. Instead, tuck the tailbone under. Hold it locked. Bring your thigh back. Pull the heel in. You're going to feel it through the whole vasty of the quads. Don't let the knee go out to the side. Keep it right under the hip. Let it go. These are where your hips are, not here. If you put your thumbs here, your hips are right, like wrap around where your pointers are, that's where your hip bones are. That's it. Bend the knees, lift your left, bring it behind you. Lift your chest, stay vertical, kick it up, tuck the tailbone. That thigh wants to come forward too. No, press it back, pull the heel in. Gather your breath, let it go. Come down to the mat to do some work for the abs. Here we go. Sitting up nice and straight. Put your hands on the kneecaps, thumbs on top, pinkies on the bottom, palms face you, grab your kneecaps. Glue them together, lift your chest. Now, mindfully bring the shoulders up and draw them down. Even though they're down, lift the elbows a little. Good. Flat back, inhale, prepare. Now we're going to roll the tailbone under and let it go. Do that again. Nothing with the neck. Tuck the tailbone, roll back on those sits bones. Roll the tailbone under, sit on the sits bones. So when you roll under, those sits bones glide up and you're not sitting on them. Then you straighten the back. Tuck, release. As you tuck, grab that belly button in. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Round back, round, tuck, tuck, tuck. Scoop it out, scoop it out. Stay here. Your arms are as straight as they can be, but your back is in a C curve. Stay in the C curve, then the elbows bring the head to meet the knees and roll back again, staying in that scoop and forward. Let's flow. And 3 and 4 and 5 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 more. 5, come all the way back. You've got the motion now. Good. Now come forward and ripple up. Roll back, forward, ripple up. Roll back, scoop, ripple up. Scoop, roll and ripple up when you're back on your seat. Round back, your seat's tucked under you. Come forward, you're on your seat. Ripple the spine straight up. Scoop it out. Come forward, bending the elbows a little. I'm on my sits bones again. Ripple up. Beautiful. Stretch your right leg. Keep your left bent. Find your ball. And scoop it out again. And up and scoop. And up and scoop. It's a short range of motion that does a lot. One more. Lift it up. Scoop. And now twist. Rotate to your left. And rotate. 2, 3, 4. Hold it rotated. Roll back a little forward. Still maintaining that scoop. 4, 5. Hold it back. Scoop. Tuck that tailbone. Lift the arms up. 2, not the head. 3, 4, 5. Twist back. And glide up. Oh yeah. Switch legs. Sit up nice and straight. Get that sits bone deep on the bent knee side of the seat. So now the right knee is bent. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop it back. Good. Scoop it back and up and scoop and up and scoop and up. 2 more. Scoop and up. 1 more. Scoop. And now twist all the way to the right and 5 more pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Roll back. Keep the scoop. Roll that. Tuck that tailbone. Roll forward. Roll back, keeping that scoop. And 3, and 4, and 5. Come on back. Keep the scoop though. And then raise the arms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Twist to center. Bring both feet flat. Sit up nice and straight. Give yourself a hug. Straighten your back. Beautiful. All right, let's go down to our forearms. Working the spine in every position for the abs. And now you don't have much of a lower back connection, but we're going to increase it. First, pull the navel deeply in. Next, tuck the tailbone. So you feel this shift in the pelvis. Squeeze your legs together. Raise the right leg. Raise the left. Rock side to side. You're on that bony plate. Good. Keep your knees over the hip flexor right here. Straighten right, bring it back. Left, bring it back. Right, left, till the knees match. Don't bring the knee all the way in. Stretch, stretch. And we're not cycling. It's not a bicycle. It's a kick, kick, single leg stretch. Stretch in, stretch in, stretch in. Working the deep obliques. 1 more on each side. Bring the knees close, tuck your chin. Roll all the way back. You're going to feel the whole spine lengthen. Your knees are still into tabletop. Rock side to side. And now find where you have an imprinted spine. So if you're starting to arch, pull the navel down and give a little more of a tuck of the tailbone. Bring the knees in. Good. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Support with pillow hands and twist and stretch and stretch. So it's that single leg again, but now with a twist. That's it. 5 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. And draw your knees in and give a knee hug for your back. Then raise your heels and pull your knees closer to you. So your seat's really lifted off the mat. Open your arms without strain out in your T and roll to the right with both knees. So you're in tabletop rolling. Turn the head the other way. My elbows are slightly bent, my palms are up. And on the next exhale, let the muscles go. To go back to center, we need to support our middle. So first, grip the thighs together. Pull the navel deep. And now roll exactly the same way. You went one way, go back to center. Roll exactly the same way to the other side. Turn the head opposite and let it all go. Doing your supine spine twist. Spine twist on your back. Grip the thighs, draw the navel in for support, and roll back to center. Why roll back to center? Just to complete it. Roll all the way over now onto the front of your body, the front spine. Okay, so we're going to do two things for the glutes. And you're going to feel the first one, you're in thoracic extension. So rock your hips and only have your legs apart as far as you have to have them. Try not to open them too wide. Good. Lift your chest, not the chin. Press down hard into the mat. Power up into the mat. Kick right, kick left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're using the hip extensors to do this work. Yeah, for the glutes and the backs of the legs. Those are the muscles really working here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last 2. And stretch your toes, press into your elbows, lift the chest a little more. Beautiful. Keeping the legs straight out, no turn out. Come into pillow hands with your forehead down. And then kind of walk your legs down. Walk the hips one at a time and the knees till you're really, really long. And bring the legs as close together as your legs will allow. Pull the navel away from the mat. Straighten the legs and your thighs will kind of lift off the mat. Your knees will, at least, as you pull those knees up. Then lift the legs up, lower them a little. Lift a little, lower a little. Lift a little, lower a little. Lift and lower, like a fishtail, and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower and let it go. Turn the knees and toes out, keep the heels connected. And now pull the navel in and give a little tuck. Tuck the tailbone under, and so it's pressing the pelvis into the mat, and raise your legs, those fishtails. Lower a little, lift. 2, a little down, up, up, down a little, up. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the legs apart and rock your hips. Let's get into full extension now. Pull the navel in. You'll feel the waist really coming together. Give a little tuck of the tailbone and raise your legs. Then lift the head, neck, and chest. You're in full extension. And then slowly let it go. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push up. Your knees are way too wide apart. Bring them closer. Just rock the hips side to side, shifting. Reach your hands really far and stretch by pushing your fingers forward, straightening your elbows, and letting your chest come down and your seat go up. Great stretch. Walk all the way back. Come onto your heels and open those knees and bow your head down. Tuck your chin. I'm on my forearms from palm to elbow. And then sit back. Draw your knees together. Sit right on the heels. Don't let them spin out. And then come on up and just get the equilibrium back where it belongs. And slowly come up to your support. Take a breath. Very nice. Okay, so we did a lot of good work for the glutes, but we're going to go a little deeper right now. So facing the support, come into your V with your feet and bend the knees. Just like we did for thigh work. Pull the navel in and then lift your right heel and tap the toes to the back of the left foot. This is to find the right position. Stretch the leg, it's on a diagonal, right above the mat, and bring it back in. Bring the foot in. Stretch the knee, bend the knee. Extend the leg, bend the knee. Extend, bend. Extend, hold it here, lower till the big toe touches the mat, and then 10 little lifts. Little. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. 1, 2, 3. Keep this bend. 4. I know it's working. Now it's right off the mat. Glide it. Glide it, but I don't bend the knee. Glide it from here. Glide it from your hip flexor, from here. And then the glutes and the hamstrings are doing the pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, hold it back, lower the foot, and lift 10 more. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend this knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bring that working leg, bring the knee up and bow down to it and then put it down. Oh yeah. While we're at it, we're going to really stretch it. Cross that ankle over the thigh, bring the knee back. And as you deepen the knee, bend, hinge at your hips. Flat spine, no rounding, just a hinge. Then hinge back and release. Give a little pedaling. Catch your breath and bring your heels together. Yeah, that stretch takes a lot of oxygen. Bend the knees like we did for our thigh work. Lift the left heel, tap. Pull the navel in, give a little pelvic tuck, and then stretch the leg out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it's 1, 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's hold it and lift. 2, 3, 4. So you can see how far out it is from our midline. Hold it, we're going to swing it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's right next to the other leg and lift. 2, 3, 4. Much closer to our midline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw that knee up as you bow down to it. And right here, right now, cross it over. Straighten your back. As you bend that standing knee more, hinge to our final stretch. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Stand on up. Take a breath. Legs apart in triangle or wide second. Arms out in a T. Pop your right palm. Turn your head so your nose is in line with your middle finger. And glide all the way like you're doing a cartwheel. The bottom hand should not press into the knee. It should kind of fingertip below it. And if you're on it, don't press. And then come up. Bring the arms down, bend the knees, straighten them. Grip the glutes, bring the arms back in a T, bring the navel in. Look to your left, inhale, prepare. Everything widens and lengthens. Exhale, over, keeping the nose right inside the upper arm. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring your legs back into parallel, facing forward. Legs are straight. Swoop the palms out to the sides and overhead, and exhale, bring them to heart center. Do it again, this time going up straight. Open the palms and exhale as you bring them down. Pop the palms out, inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. Baby back bend. Exhale, open the arms. Forward, 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 swan dive. Legs straight, back straight, arms straight. Now let everything soften. Elbows, knees, spine. And walk your hands up your shins, your thighs, keep the head down. Just about now, straighten up. Great work.
Thank you, Sue.
Good seeing you.
See you next
You
week.
okay?
Not really, but I'll be okay.
What's going on?
I may have shingles.